y'all? It is me, Malcolm Marie, your favorite big sister, mentor, and life coach. Welcome back to my hysterectomy journey. Yesterday was the 23rd of October, and I had my pre-op health checkup, which is where they basically make sure that I am physically healthy to undergo the surgery. So they did an EKG, they did blood work, and all the other things that come with a checkup. So far, everything came back looking good, so that box has been checked. Also, what I think is kind of significant is yesterday my cycle started, and I'm just like, wow, this is the last cycle for me. So I guess I'm a little happy about that this is, after this one, that's it. You know, today's Tuesday, October 24th, and my surgery is next week, Friday. So ever since I started this journey, I have been preparing. And so now that we're down to the 10-day countdown, I wanted to come back and share a video with you on how I've been preparing for this surgery. Obviously, prayer, right? We know we're praying specifically for everything around the surgery and all those that's going to be involved with my surgery and my recovery. Praying about that situation. But I think for me, the most important thing that I've been thinking about is my home, my household, my family. Now, my husband is capable. My children are adults. They are able to really take care of themselves. But as the woman of the house, there's just things you want to make sure is done for my family. I can get overwhelmed with thoughts of needing to do this, needing to do that, needing to do this. And so I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything done before my surgery. So one of the things I've been doing this week is catching up with laundry. I don't do the laundry for the household, just do laundry for my husband and myself. But after Sukkot, it just seems like I'm just backed up with that. So I only think I have one more load to go, and then just making sure everything, and making sure at least my husband, you know, his stuff stays topped off. Because one of the things I know I won't be able to do, even though, again, my husband can do these things himself, that is primarily my responsibility. So making sure his stuff is topped off as far as, you know, work clothes and underclothes, making sure all that is squared away. Dinners. So next week, I plan to do some big cooking, not too much. I'm going to have, I have my sisters coming down, and so she will help with the family for a couple of days. And I'm going to make like a big batch of corn soup, and then I'm going to make some lamb pilau, which is a Trinidadian rice dish. And I'm going to have a friend of the family prepare some meals for us, maybe just 1 or 2 meals. Because again, like I said, my husband does cook, my kids are adults. And, but again, I just want to make sure I have certain things in place so I'm not sitting upstairs in bed just worried about, are they ordering out, you know, they're not, whatever the case may be. So next week, along with preparing meals, I'm going to go to the grocery, make sure that there's food in the house that they can cook, and just have something to eat. I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube. I've joined Facebook group Hister Sisters. I visited their blog, and just trying to glean as much wisdom from other women that has gone through this surgery already, and just trying to take their wisdom and execute it for myself. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to make sure that my body was prepared for this surgery. I was really concerned about the recovery and healing as efficiently and as quickly as possible, because I am always someone on the go, and sitting down for 6 to 8 weeks is just not my thing. So I really, without pushing myself, without hurting myself, because I want to heal properly, I want to make sure my body has everything that's going to need to heal, and to make sure that I am healthy, that there's no room for infection. So some of the things that I've been doing, I've been taking every day is probiotics, because one of the things I've learned is that after surgery, you might have a lot of stomach issues from the anesthesia, the pain meds. So I want to make sure that my gut environment is healthy for when I do start eating and when I start, coming out of it and all that good stuff. So for my digestion, from what I've learned, I'm going to be proactive. I take these, it's on my list of things to take every day anyway, but I really have slacked off. But now that I'm, preparing for the surgery, I'm being more conscientious, or more intentional, I should say, in taking these every day. I'm drinking detox water, which is chlorophyll water. And this is a good way to detox the body. And again, trying to be in optimal health. So I drink one of these every day. And again, I was doing it before the surgery, and I'll continue after the surgery. Garlic, again, for immune boosting. More specifically for my healing boosting that I'm making sure I take every day is vitamin C. Vitamin C is key, I've learned, when it comes to healing tissue and muscle. If I want to make sure that my body is ready to heal, I'm taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. The other thing that I'm taking every day is collagen, because collagen is the building blocks of protein, and protein is what the body needs to help heal tissue and muscle. So I'm taking this, and I take 6 tablets every day of this. So that's what I'm taking every day pre-surgery, and I plan to continue taking these things post-surgery. Post-surgery, some of the things I have prepared to start taking are, this is tissue support, which is an supplement. It has vitamin A, C, D, E, K, calcium, zinc, bromelain, and echinacea. So I'm going to start taking this. I might take this a day or two before the surgery to make sure it's already in my system. Because I think actually the day before the surgery, I'm supposed to stop taking all supplements. So I think I might start this a day or two before the surgery. So I have this ready for after the surgery. One of the things that I've seen a lot is that one of the biggest complaint is gas, because what they do, like I've explained before, is they kind of expand the abdomen with gas, so the doctor can see, the uterus and all the organs clearly without, obstruction. So a lot of times that gas gets trapped in the body, and that could be very painful. And I've shared before, that's something that my sister and I both have suffered from in the past, that has taken us both to the emergency room, which was, gas being trapped in our chest and in our back, and the pain is excruciating. And once I heard that, I was just like, wow, I don't want to even imagine having that kind of pain after dealing with surgery. So everyone that I've seen so far have recommended Gas X Extra Strength, which is 125 milligram simethicone. I have this. I also in the past have had good fortune with these Rescue Ginger Tabs. They're chewable. So I already ordered this. And plus, I will have on hand ginger tea and peppermint tea to help with the gas. A lot of people also recommend having Miralax as a stool softener, because one of the things pain meds and anesthesia can do is it can lock up your bowels. And so you take this to kind of make everything more comfortable when you finally do have a BM. When I think about the scarring, and to be honest, the scarring was one of the things I considered when it came to which procedure I was going to have. But either way, I decided to have the laparoscopic one, which has more scarring left behind than a bikini cut, but the bikini cut takes longer to heal. And so I was concerned with the scarring. So I went ahead and got some Moderna scar healing pads that I'm going to have these on hand to begin to use it as soon as I can, because I don't want this to see the scars. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people recommend is having cough drops for your throat, because once you go into surgery, they do help a breathing assist down your throat. And a lot of people says that, after the fact, they have a sore throat. So I have cough drops. Recently have been getting over a cold. Like after Sukkot, I came back. Matter of fact, it was the day we were leaving for Sukkot. I began to, develop a cold, and, took me down for a couple of days. and the coughing is still lingering. And I just can't imagine still having a cough, having the need to cough after having abdominal surgery. So I'm adding to my list of things, having cough syrup. Now, even if I wasn't getting over the cough, like even if I'm not coughing by next week, Friday, I'm still going to have a fresh bottle of cough syrup on hand, because if a cough does come back, I don't even want to deal with coughing. I don't even think I want to deal with coughing. So that was something I didn't see anyone post, but because of where I am in my own life, that I realized, if I'm having abdominal surgery, I don't want to be coughing. One video, I forget the name of the channel. It's a sister that she does, like her husband does cruise videos, but she recently had a hysterectomy as well. And she has been the only person to recommend getting something to help you pick things up, because you should not be bending and lifting up anything. Well, I'm not going to try to be bending anyway. And I'm definitely not going to be trying to lift up anything heavy, because the last thing I want to deal with is a hernia or opening up stitches or causing myself more harm. So I thought this was just wise. So I have this for after my surgery. I also have my tummy pillow, and this goes over the seatbelt of the car. So when my husband picks me up, or brings me home, I should say, and that's another good thing. The hospital is not even 2 miles from my house, maybe 3 miles from my house. So he doesn't have to sit in the waiting room. He can come home and relax and then just come back and pick me up. But that's besides the point. A lot of women recommended having some sort of pillow for your abdomen when you're in the car. Now, I'm not going to be allowed to drive until I'm cleared by the doctor. If I need to go anywhere, which I don't plan to go anywhere other than going for, my post-op, I will be driving with this to help give my stomach some extra protection. So I have this. The other thing that I have that was recommended is a belly binder, right? Now, a belly binder is something that, I know after you have children, this is a big thing, at least in the West Indian, Caribbean community, that you bind your stomach as soon as possible. It helps your uterus to shrink back into space, into shape, and it helps support the back and, just supports everything. And so I'm not new to a belly binder, but I was surprised that women use this after a hysterectomy. And when you think about the support system that you're going to lose from your uterus, right? Your uterus was a part of an intricate system of organs, right? The bladder's right there. Your intestines are right above it. And so all these things are going to slowly be gravity, right? They're slowly going to begin to shift downward. And so you want to be able to support your body and the shape of your body and strengthen those muscles as much as possible. And so I'm going to wear this binder for as long as I can, or I should. I haven't really seen how long you should wear it for, but I have it ready. Now, one comment on Hister Sister, because I asked, how soon do you wear it? And one sister shared that she got her belly binder the day she left the hospital after her surgery, and she began to use it then. So again, I'm going to really depend on my own comfort level. Like if the scars are really painful, I'm not going to try to bind myself. I'm just going to find my chill and relax, right? Another sister shared that she was so bloated she couldn't put her binder on. So if I'm bloated and I can't put it on, or it's uncomfortable to put it on, I'm not going to put it on. I got extra large underwear that does not have an elastic waist, that can go over the top of my abdomen, so that there's nothing running across them to cause discomfort. Lounge pants that are loose, doesn't have a band, elastic, and then just long nightgowns, just to keep everything loose. Another thing that was greatly recommended was like a pregnancy pillow. This is going to be what I will be sleeping on, again, because people said that not being able to lay in your stomach and keeping the pressure off of your stomach. I'm a stomach sleeper. Even when I was pregnant for all my children, I slept on my stomach the whole time. I didn't even use a pillow. I just hiked my leg up, and then just, slept kind of sideways. But this pillow is an assistant to that. So you put your leg on the pillow so your stomach is not touching anything, but yet you still can be in the position that you're comfortable sleeping in, which for me is sleeping on my stomach. I also got myself some compression socks, only because the thought of having a clot in my leg scares me. My husband had a heart attack a couple of years ago, and he had vertigo first, and he stayed, he wasn't moving a lot. And we believe that once he began to feel better and started to move a lot, he started to move, that the clot went from his leg through his lungs and into his heart. And Toraya, obviously he's alive, but we still deal with those health issues. But I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not going to be able to move. And if I'm very uncomfortable where I'm not able to move, I'm going to be wearing compression socks. Now, my plan is to move as soon as I can, and not like, when I say move, I'm not talking about exercising or even coming down the stairs, right? I plan to get up out of my bed, walk through the bedrooms upstairs, and just keep my body moving a couple times a day. Because like I said, I don't want anything like clots happening in my legs. Another thing that I've been doing that I really didn't see anyone else talk about in preparing for a hysterectomy is strengthening my core, which includes my back and my abdomen, and also doing work for my pelvic floor. So yes, Kegels, but I've been watching 2 videos on the pelvic floor exercises, and then one on core. Again, because my thought is, right, strengthen these things, and then when I get back into being able to restart these things, continue to strengthen my core, continue to strengthen my pelvic floor, because an organ is missing. And so I heard a lot about prolapse, and I don't want any, there's different types, the rectum, the bladder. I don't want to deal with any of those things, y'all willing. And so I'm going to be, I've been starting doing my pelvic floor exercises, and afterwards I'm going to continue my pelvic floor exercises, and possibly, if necessary, even see a pelvic floor therapist. Like, I am trying to protect my pelvic floor. The other thing I was thinking of doing, that I am going to do, is incorporate castor oil packs to the area. Castor oil has medicinal and healing properties. I've used them before in the past, and I believe that it was a part of the regimen that I did when I initially had fibroids. And so it came back to me when I was, again, planning all this, that I'm going to include castor oil packs somehow in the healing of my body, of the scars and all that afterwards. So this is what I've been doing. And I'm preparing myself as much as possible. I feel comfortable with my preparation so far. I think Abba is really leading me into things that I need to do, need to have, and so forth. And I'm just ready. I'm just ready. And I thank you all for the support, for those of you that reached out. And I just thank you all for being with me in this journey, and allowing me to share this with you. And I pray that if you are considering a hysterectomy, or you're in a place in your health that it might be something that you need to do for your health, that these videos are helping you. And if you need to speak to me, you can email me, contact me through one of the ways that I have here, and just allow me to help you in any way that I can, if possible. And if it's nothing more than to sit with you and to listen to your story, or to pray with you, then I will definitely do that. I don't know how I could possibly have forgotten a heating pad and an ice pack, and of course your pain medication. Now, if you've had a hysterectomy before and there's something that you recommend that I do or have, and any ideas in preparing, please go ahead and drop that in the chat. I am open and willing to consider anything that's going to help me be better and healed as quickly as possible. So again, thank you for allowing me to share. As always, it is me, Malcolm Marie, your favorite big sister, mentor, and life coach. Shalom, Queen.